Welcome to this explainer on mastering metabolic health. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating and honestly a pretty urgent topic. We're looking into why your everyday, seemingly healthy choices might actually be causing a completely silent blood sugar crisis. We're going to dive deep into the latest health science, but don't worry, we're translating all those complex metabolic processes into incredibly simple, practical advice. Stuff you can use literally today to stabilize your energy and just totally transform how you feel.
Okay, let's just jump right in. What if I told you that one of the biggest reasons your blood sugar stays high isn't from eating obvious junk food or candy? Crazy, right? It's actually the foods you're eating every single day that seem so incredibly healthy. I'm talking about that morning glass of orange juice, the so-called whole grain cereal, that low-fat yogurt, even those snack bars marketed as the perfect on-the-go choice. These everyday staples are secretly spiking your blood sugar right under your nose.
And this leads us to what is truly a silent crisis. Most people think high blood sugar is only something that affects people with diabetes, but that is simply not true. Millions of adults are unknowingly dealing with climbing blood sugar levels every single day. They're living with prediabetes and have absolutely no idea it's even happening until they start feeling exhausted all the time, or gaining stubborn belly fat, or suffering from this intense brain fog. And long before a doctor spots an issue, this elevated blood sugar is silently damaging blood vessels and increasing inflammation all over the body.
When we really get into it, it all boils down to this one crucial concept: insulin sensitivity. Now, the amazing secret to stable energy isn't just about miserably restricting yourself, cutting out sugar, or avoiding sweets. It's actually about adding specific foods to your diet. Adding the right foods can seriously slow down digestion, improve how effectively your cells respond to insulin, and help your body maintain much more stable glucose levels throughout the entire day.
So let's open up our stabilizer toolkit. We're going to start with one of nature's absolute best, yet somehow completely overlooked heroes. I'm talking about beans and lentils.
Legumes are an absolute game changer here. Black beans, chickpeas, kidney beans, and lentils are just packed with this incredible combination of fiber and plant protein. And this specific combination is so powerful because it creates a sort of protective mesh in your digestive tract. It perfectly slows the absorption of carbohydrates into your bloodstream. So instead of a rapid spike followed by a miserable crash, you get a steady, reliable release of energy.
Think about the real-world difference here. If you grab a sandwich on white bread with a side of chips for lunch, an hour later you're going to feel incredibly sleepy, lethargic, and honestly probably hungry all over again. Why? Because your blood sugar violently spiked and then crashed. But swap that out for a lentil salad with fresh vegetables and olive oil, and you're going to feel satisfied and energized for hours. That is the actual biological power of fiber in action.
Next up in the toolkit, we have non-starchy vegetables. These are your absolute best friends for bulking up a meal and totally filling your plate without overwhelming your system with a massive dose of glucose.
We're talking about your nutrient-rich greens. You know the ones: leafy greens, broccoli, cauliflower, cucumbers, zucchini, bell peppers, Brussels sprouts. They're incredibly low in carbs, but wonderfully rich in nutrients and antioxidants. But here's where it gets really interesting. Simply eating them isn't the most fascinating part of the science. The real secret lies in the precise order in which you eat them during your meal.
It's all about sequencing. The order matters immensely because eating your vegetables first literally coats your stomach and upper intestine with fiber. And doing that significantly reduces the post-meal blood sugar spike from any of the starches or carbs that you eat afterward. So try making this simple switch. Eat your salad first and your pasta second. You will absolutely notice how entirely different you feel afterward.
Now, what about fruit? I know a lot of people just completely avoid fruit because they're terrified of the sugar, but you really don't need to fear it if you're choosing the right ones, like berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. They are all rich in fiber. Plus, they're packed with polyphenols, which are these amazing plant compounds that actively protect your blood sugar and improve your insulin sensitivity. The key here is just portion size. A handful of berries paired with some plain Greek yogurt makes a genuinely perfect stabilizing snack.
And that builds right into the next crucial piece of our toolkit: healthy fats and eggs. For decades, we were told to fear fats, but healthy fats and proteins are actually your ultimate defense against that dreaded midday energy crash.
These are your satiety superstars. Think rich avocados, a nice little handful of nuts like almonds or walnuts, or protein-packed eggs. Avocados bring monounsaturated fats, nuts bring the fiber, and eggs are virtually zero carb. Starting your day with these foods forces your body to seriously slow down digestion. It naturally keeps you full and crushes those cravings before they even have a chance to start.
Let's think about your typical morning for a second. That bagel with jam, it literally puts you on a massive roller coaster of cravings that is going to haunt you all day long. It's the absolute tragedy of the morning bagel. On the flip side, starting your day with zero-carb, high-protein eggs and veggies guarantees steady energy and keeps that hunger locked away for hours.
And of course, we cannot forget what you're drinking. Sugary coffees, fruit juices, and sodas raise your blood sugar faster than almost anything else. Water should always be your primary choice, along with unsweetened tea and black coffee. You can easily infuse your water with lemon, cucumber, or mint to mix it up. And here's a really surprising trick. Adding just a dash of cinnamon to your coffee or yogurt is a ridiculously simple habit that studies suggest can actively help improve insulin sensitivity. It's a great little extra metabolic boost.
Okay, but simply eating the right foods isn't enough on its own. The ultimate strategy, the place where the real metabolic magic actually happens, is combining them correctly.
The golden rule here is pretty simple. Never, ever eat carbohydrates completely by themselves. Eating them alone leads to bigger, faster spikes. Instead, you always want to pair your carbs with a protein, a fiber, or a healthy fat. Grab an apple, but add some peanut butter. Mix your oatmeal with nuts and Greek yogurt. These really simple combinations completely transform how your body handles the glucose, because they literally put the brakes on absorption.
Now, beyond food, we uncovered one more crucial secret in the research that most people just completely overlook. It's our final lever for mastering metabolic health, and it's simply physical movement.
10. Just 10 minutes. You do not need some intense, sweaty, hour-long gym session. Just a 10-minute walk after a lunch or dinner makes a massive difference. That simple, brief movement helps your muscles suck up glucose for energy, which naturally and noticeably drops your blood sugar levels right when they would normally be hitting their peak. So let's bring this all together into a really simple, actionable daily blueprint. 1. Fill half your plate with non-starching veggies. 2. Add a source of protein to every single meal. 3. Include those healthy fats and high-fiber carbohydrates. And 4. Take that short walk after you eat. And hey, remember, this is not about absolute perfection overnight. It's simply about making better choices more often so you can achieve better energy, improved focus, and much easier weight management.
To wrap up this explainer, I want you to remember this really empowering truth. Your body fundamentally wants balance. It's designed for it. Sometimes it just needs the right support to get there. Every single meal you eat is an opportunity to move closer to better health. So, I'll leave you with this one question to think about. What small choice are you going to make at your very next meal to unlock better energy?